We never promised you a positive review, everybody. It's Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Devin, joined as always by my co-hosts, Lauren and Bruce, and today we are on day 2 of the Sonic X Archie comics. We're already a fourth of the way through the series, you guys.
Wow.
Took
That's
us
right,
like
these aren't very long.
6 episodes to get there in the TV show.
I kind of forgot how short this miniseries is.
Well, so it's not a mini, but
More than a
It's not a
miniseries,
miniseries. I guess miniseries isn't the right. But how short this series is.
it's easy to forget because 40 issues sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
But it's not.
not really. I mean, especially compared to what we've read of regular Archie already.
Oh yeah. But let's go right with it. We're starting off here with Sonic the Hedgehog number 6, and this is an excellent cover.
I do like this cover.
It reminds me a lot of the one with the Metal Troopers with Sonic and Shadow, just the flood of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you know that it's funny. I think Spaziant was playing on some of his own tropes because the little Eggman Chow here reminds me of that same cover had like the teeny tiny Metal Sonic Kai that was like holding a flag.
Yeah.
But the story here is I Never Promised You a Chow Garden Part 2. It was Part 1 last time. I don't know if we mentioned it was a Part 1.
I mean,
Yep.
kind of obvious.
Yeah. But it's still Edkin and Yardley, wherein Sonic and friends struggle to navigate the dangerous invasion of possessed Chow, but Knuckles brings some help from an unexpected place. But it's like, we don't quite recap exactly. It's like we have some recap that transitions into non-recap, but it also just has jokes in here.
Yeah, this recap page doesn't feel entirely like a recap.
Well, it's kind of like a general. This is how the series rolls.
This is a Sonic X
basically.
recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like a little.
Which we've had like 4 of already.
Yeah. They tend to do that a lot, I guess. I mean, it's still a relatively new comic series
guess,
at this
yeah.
point. So.
That's fair.
They make fun of Burger King and Domino's.
Okay, I was wondering. I wasn't sure if that meant to be like the pizza place or an actual box of Domino's.
Well, I don't know. It's a
I
joke
have to
about Domino's
assume.
Pizza, but I don't know if
True, yeah.
literally Amy is talking about just fucking crunching a fucking pieces of. What are Domino's made out of? Are they made out of wood traditionally?
Wood usually, though. I think a lot of them are also made out of like resin. You really don't want to be eating that shit. Probably shouldn't eat wood either, for that matter.
Anyway,
we transition to Angel Island after that, which is actually floating in the air this time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it tells us some stuff about Angel Island and about Chow, but then I was honestly shocked to see this because Tikal and Chaos and a fuckload of Chow come out of the Master Emerald.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this was set up before. They said, "Oh yeah, all the Chow and
did,
Tikal
yeah.
just killing the Emerald and Chaos." But yeah, I mean, I didn't expect them to just show up like
Yeah.
making an army of evil Chow is all it takes to summon Tikal and Chaos back.
Guess
Well, and
so.
they can just come and go as they please. We have easy access to Call in this series, which has never happened in Sonic before.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like even in Archie, like, you know, pre-reboot, they make maybe 2 other appearances, and post-reboot, there's only 1, and it still had to be like, you know, serious threat. Which I guess
Right,
they say
big
it's
deal.
a serious threat here.
Yeah, but they also just kind of appear. They don't make a big deal about like how they got there.
Yeah. Apparently, these evil Chow are a threat to the entire planet, according to Call.
Yeah. When I first read this
Sure.
page, I was like, "Oh, Eggman must be plotting something bigger." But now, spoiler, apparently Chow
He's
can destroy the world.
Which, okay, sure.
I mean, Chaos used to be a Chow, but these aren't, so these aren't Chaos.
Yeah.
That would be wild. Imagine Eggman trying to like force mutate a Chow into another
Okay,
Chaos. That would
that
actually be a
actually be-
rad plot line.
That would be a really cool plot line.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things in Sonic that could be potentially interesting, like future conflict ideas. Because I mean, like,
Sega will never use them.
nobody's ever tried to make their own Shadow besides the government either.
Right, you'd think that would be something
Mhm.
Eggman could try doing.
Well, and actually, it's something that in post reboot the Black Arms did do. They made a no Gerald Shadow.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
and it's
well,
the
then.
I
one
have
thing I
heard
wish
of
they
that,
would fucking
actually.
bring back.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah. But no such thing here, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead, we just have havoc and commotion in the city. Sonic and friends,
Yeah.
really honestly, kind of struggling to save people from all the Chow without because they don't want to hurt the Chow themselves.
Right.
Sure, of course.
Maybe that's why the world is in trouble, because Sonic would just sit by and watch the world burn because he can't punch
You
Chow.
want to punch a Chow?
I don't know how deep in their genetics this is. It's like, can they be saved once this is activated? I mean, spoiler alert, the answer is yes, but how do you know?
Well, obviously, yeah, but it's like
You can't
that's a
unevolve
fair
a Chow in the
question.
games.
Well,
is
Eggman
this
demonstrated.
evolution or is this just like?
I can't remember actually last issue when Eggman demonstrated if he turned it back or not.
I don't
Maybe
think he did.
didn't. Okay. So I guess he just had an angry Chow in his base after that, which okay,
That's a good
kind of
point.
funny.
Maybe the angry Chow's like him.
Perhaps.
I mean, if they did nothing that he wanted, it would be a pretty fucking useless plan, but I don't know.
It's true. So
I mean, they seem to just cause general destruction, which I guess he doesn't. He's okay with that, I suppose.
Yeah,
But
he's not-
it's
he's
a
not
little
against that.
disorderly.
This is not less controllable than Chaos.
that's fair.
It would be really funny though if Eggman was like, "All right, now Chow, come to your master," and then they just like turned on
They all
him.
go
It doesn't
after him.
happen, but that would be great.
So, yeah, they save a guy from a building, they attack a lady with a baby in a carriage, they pull out a fire hydrant, but Amy plugs it with her hammer, which is conveniently the exact same size.
Actually, call it a hammer this time.
She did, yes.
Also, the garbage can they're keeping Lindsay's rabid Chow in does not look stable.
No, I mean, I guess
No,
they
it's
just want to
breaking
keep.
apart.
I suppose they became really attached to their Chow, but like, I'm like, why are you carrying this along with you? Like, just let it go. Like, there's a lot of Chow running around.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Yeah.
You can get another Chow if you need to. And yeah, the thing you said about the hammer is true, and then Amy also pulls out another one from, well, hammer space.
Yeah.
It's
We
canon.
don't see her actually use hammer space very often.
Well, we do in X, because there's that part in the,
Sure,
the
yeah, in
first
X.
episode where they get back when she's just throwing tons of them at Eggman.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, and the X continuities seem to be the only place where she really does it very often.
Yeah.
Anyway, we learn, and the characters start to deduce that Eggman is doing this with a radio signal from his base that somehow mutates them.
Right.
Also, we learn that he steals candy from orphanages.
Yes,
Stealing
I
candy
made a
from a
note of
baby.
that. That really doesn't seem like Eggman. That's more like Adventures of Sonic Robotnik sort of a thing. I find that a little far-fetched for this Eggman, but oh well, I guess.
It's like taking candy from a baby, which is fine
Which
by
is
him.
fine by me.
Also,
that's
Deco and
Shadow
Boko don't
style.
know the word minion for some reason.
That was an odd joke. Maybe Eggman just doesn't use the term very often.
Seems like he would, but alright.
I would assume he would, but
Yeah.
they don't know it, so
He also has, by far, the most accurate to his own design Eggman mech ever built.
this is very accurate. Yeah.
I don't know. I prefer the Death Egg robot. Like this just I don't know. It's I mean, yeah, it's
too
accurate,
much.
but it's
Well,
kind
sure,
of
yeah.
boring for that, in my opinion.
Exactly. The fun thing about Eggman mechs is that they resemble him, but this one just looks like he tried to build a giant version of his literal self.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Deco and Boko also comment about like, wait, how did we not know this was here? Oh yeah, I guess we were too busy rebuilding the lab. So there's your explanation. Like, yeah, his
Yeah.
base did get destroyed, and they just rebuilt it.
Alright.
Yeah,
And
I
then
guess
we just
so.
never saw it in the show.
Well, clearly this is a different continuity.
I'm really
Well,
not sure about that, actually.
I'm still not 100% sure.
More
if
and
it
more,
is.
okay, I mean, obviously this isn't canon to the show, but I kind
Right.
of feel like the show is canon to this.
So okay, so that's where I'm sitting. Is that the show's definitely canon to this, but this is not canon to the show.
well, there's no way this
Yeah.
could be canon to the show because it was made after all the stuff on Earth was already over, so...
Well, I know, but like even still, like they could just say, "Oh, this is set. This is canon to the show and set during the time, when
see,
they were still on
the
Earth."
thing is
That
that
would be
there's
simple
nothing-
enough to do.
There's nothing stopping them from saying that. It's the thing that I'm looking out for is serious contradictions, which we haven't had too many of.
We haven't had anything majorly serious, but we've
we will.
definitely. Well, we've had some things already that make me think like, nah, there's no way this is canon to the show.
Well, and I don't think Archie really has the place to even say that anyway. But
Nah.
anyway, he's gonna use this mech to wreck house and display his power. And it's funny
Hell
because
yeah.
Deco points out that just threatening people with the Chow thing would get you power on its own. He's like, no, but this is more fun.
Which you
Of
know
course.
what? Of course.
He's his own worst enemy. It's for things like this.
Pretty much.
Yep. And I would have nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Anyway, the Chow have fucking chainsaws now.
These artists are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're definitely having fun just letting the chows go wild.
Yeah. And, well, I wish we had more Yardley art because, we go back to Tim Smith later in this episode and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Grandpa continues trying to figure out the signal, but it's slow, so Knuckles, Tikal, and Chaos arrive to help.
Yeah.
Also, Chaos shouts Chow in Chow language.
I believe that is the first time we've really seen Chaos ever speak.
So,
It's a little weird, but like, I mean, they're good now, so they can speak Chow again, I guess.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think in SA1, it's not when we actually see Chaos's body, but when it's just communicating as part of the water around the Master Emerald, I think it makes Chow noises or something like
Sure.
that.
I
think you did mention
yeah.
that, yeah.
That sounds right.
It doesn't work in any case because they've still got the weird fake Chow language.
Right.
And it's fun. It's like, oh, you know, the heroes can't do anything, but here's Eggman. Now the heroes can do something. They can beat up Eggman.
Yep. Like we
and-
said. Oh,
Yeah, Tikal says a special prayer, and the Chow randomly just have all 7 emeralds. Let's leave behind the fact that they're all green this time, but
oh my
Whatever.
gosh. I didn't even
Whatever.
notice that. I was just used to it.
I noticed
You're
they were all
right.
green, but to
It's-
be fair, this is still Archie, and we've only seen one other color emerald from a different
it's
normal
fine.
Archie.
They
Yeah, it was
make coloring
whatever.
mistakes.
Yeah,
I
it's
think there's a
whatever.
blue arm Sonic somewhere in this episode.
We definitely had one last week. I wouldn't
probably.
be surprised if we have another one this week.
Yeah, but they
But
use the
yeah,
emeralds.
they just I fight a fight. Yeah, they just have the emeralds. And yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead. It's funny how they use it.
They make Chaos giant, but not perfect Chaos. He just becomes giant Chaos Zero.
I kind of prefer Giant Chaos Zero. I think it's funnier and kind of cooler.
This is
I completely disagree. I think this is lame. Like, if you can't use perfect chaos, I get it because that was like chaos going wild.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Perfect Chaos wouldn't have made sense.
come up with a different design. Get creative with it. That's what I say.
That's fair.
mean-
This just makes me think of like a Power Rangers fight.
No,
yeah, I
I'm
mean
not a Power Rangers guy.
it's very Model City running into each other. I mean, I guess this is ironically a little more Frontiers accurate because the normal design of Chaos in the Ancients is what Giganto is based off of.
Fair.
And we've never seen the other 3 tribes that the other Titans looked like, but no, I'm not going to pretend that that's the comic being prescient. They clearly made that the fuck up for that game.
Yeah, they pulled all this out of their ass.
Yeah, and there's this part where they're, you know, still having to fight off Chow. They're okay with punching them now, I guess, and hitting them with hammers. But
because Knuckles is doing it.
well, and Tikal is too. That's the weird thing.
Yes, true.
There's this panel where she's fighting them alongside Knuckles, and they share this little exchange about training. And Tikal's like, "The elders taught me," and Knuckles is like, "Well, I learned from the scrolls the tribe left behind when they vanished."
Like it's like he's flexing that he didn't learn from actual people.
Well, my
It
question
takes
is,
a lot of pride.
That's
they
true.
vanished, huh? So has Knuckles never met another Echidna besides Tikal? Does he not know his own family? Is this
I mean,
some
that's been a
Sonic the
question in
Comic shit
general.
where he got sent
That's been-
forward in time?
That's a question in general with Knuckles.
If that's even what
Yeah.
happened in Sonic. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a fair question, but that's just a question in general about Knuckles, so we can't really dwell on that too much.
Also, that thing about the cop with the accent was totally an intentional joke last time because Tails saves him here, and he's doing another stupid accent, but for Julius Caesar, which is not.
He's speaking German? He says Oy vey, though, so he might be speaking Yiddish. I don't know why he would be for Julius Caesar, though.
Well, that's the joke, is that he's doing the wrong accent for the.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, okay. That's
So
gonna be
I
a
wasn't
that's gonna
sure the first time because I wasn't familiar with the source
Right.
material. And I guess I'm still not, but I knew there was.
Same.
Yeah, this guy's just a recurring character, I guess.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of our running jokes.
Anyway, meanwhile, back at the stuff that matters, Chuck figures out how to reverse the craziness frequency, but his remote only works at close range, so Sonic needs to run around hitting them with it as he goes. And he does. The others keep fighting, but then we get a very tight 12-panel montage. Chaos and Eggman are still fighting in the background of all this, even as they're like high-fiving and saying the day is saved.
Well, it's because like the Chow was the real problem because like, oh, how are we gonna deal with the Chow? Like we were saying
Eggman
before,
robots can be dealt with
Eggman's
pretty
so
easily.
pedestrian, like
Yeah,
easy.
Eggman robots are easy to handle. It's just a matter of dealing with the Chow.
Yeah. Yeah, cute little montage. I like that. He turns one of them back just as they're swinging a pipe into someone's windshield. I think if you clipped out the speech balloon and just had Sonic with the remote and the Chow, it would look like he's the one making the Chow do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. So, Chaos knocks off Eggbot's head like a Rock'em Sock'em robot, and, well, Eggman was very forward-thinking because he turned specifically the head part into a jet.
I find that funny. Like, could have just gotten away in an Eggmobile, but nah, I gotta have jets on the head.
Well, and it's a cool design choice because you can see that it's, the goggles part are on, like, a hinge, so they just roll back to become the jets.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. That's true.
So, day is saved. Tikal and Chaos are gonna just head home, I guess. Also, buy Chaos Emeralds. Chaos goes back to normal size, and the Chaos Emeralds are just never seen again.
Well, a typical behavior of the Chaos Emeralds.
Sure.
Yeah, but they don't show them going anywhere. They just literally
They just go.
get deleted between panels.
Once again, typical behavior. Like, I don't remember any time we've seen the Chaos Emeralds actually visually disappear after they're used. You just don't see them.
I guess you're
think
right.
They do in X, don't they? And when they're used in X, don't they? Do we see them actually disappear?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's like Frontiers because they do it 4 times. I definitely remember it.
Frontiers, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking what we've covered.
Usually the Chaos Emeralds are absorbed or they just vanish when characters use them to go super, and then you don't see them after that. I guess it's just
the fact that you can see them in this panel. If Chaos decreased in size and there weren't emeralds around his head, I wouldn't even question.
Sure.
Oh, I see what you're getting at, yeah.
Anyway, Tikal asks if Cheese wants to come back through the Master Emerald this time, but Cream says, you know, why don't you just visit us sometimes, or we can come visit you. And Tikal's like, okay, you could just call and we'll come.
Yeah, so Tikal makes clear here that, we came out of the Emerald because we heard that the other Chow were in distress. So it wasn't because it was a huge earth-shattering event, it's just because Chow, they heard other Chow that were sad, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Very Chow-related. So, okay, you know, world-shattering disasters or someone's hurting a Chow, then Tikal and Chaos come out of the Master
I mean, that
Emerald.
doesn't not make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the world-shattering chaos happened because Chaos was angry at Chow being hurt.
No, yeah, it makes sense. It's just funny.
Well, and it's just funny that they're like, all right, well, we can come back literally whenever you want. So it's like, you know, are we gonna take Tikal and Chaos on the episodic Sonic X shenanigans? You know,
who knows?
Are they gonna be sitting watching that creepy fucking Barney thing with Cream?
Oh God,
I don't know. Also,
who knows? But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, they eat a feast at the end here, and I was like, is this a Thanksgiving issue or something? But no, it came out in March, so.
No, Chris is rich. He can just do this.
True.
Also, I like that all the Sonic characters are too short, so they have Knuckles sitting on books to reach the table.
I didn't even notice that. Oh my gosh.
I didn't notice that either.
And that's funny, because Knuckles is the tallest out of the 5 of them.
He's still too short. Why not just get them taller chairs? I guess they wouldn't be able to get into the taller chairs.
So, this Chow story is, you know, it's cute, and Yardley's art is nice.
Yeah.
The rest of this week, I felt like things started to fall apart a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. It wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
We haven't gotten there yet, but yeah, for now, it was fine. It was fun. You know, no real complaints.
Well, let's move on to Sonic X number 7. Sonic is fighting War of the Worlds tripods.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. This cover is also a lie.
It is.
Not only is there not 3 of them, but Sonic is never in that much distress.
Yeah.
But this story is called Take This Job and Shove Ol' It. Written by Edkin, drawn by David Hutchinson, who is okay. I think it's better than Tim, but it's fine.
Okay.
Sonic is torn away from Chris's birthday party to investigate a mysterious robot. Rouge and Topaz deal with their own mysterious robot under the city, or they kind of don't. But could these two things be linked? No.
Not really.
It's really weird, but we start off with these sewer workers investigating A magic glowing door. No explanation as to what that is.
They also shit on English PhDs here.
Yeah, well, they have real jobs, and it's hard to get a real job if you get an English degree.
That's fair.
Anyway, inside the glowing door is Emerl, who is alive.
Don't you mean ML? Yeah, I was like, this is probably Emerald, but I can't quite tell. But it becomes clear later.
I was assuming it was probably Emerald.
Yeah. And there's other stuff in here that is, I guess, significant to ML. I fucking called him ML just because he said that. But I don't exactly know what the deal with the computers here are. I don't know if those will come up later because they seem like Emerald wants someone to fix it, but then, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we see Emerald for a second, and then we cut to Gunn discussing the fact that they found some weird stuff down there. And honestly, just because they went back and reported it, these two sewer guys are smarter than the randos in like 90% of fiction who will investigate weird sounds and lights by walking right up to them all in their lonesome and immediately die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's fair.
I was like, these two are, well, this is Sonic. They can't die. That's illegal. But they're gonna get captured or possessed or something. But no, yeah, they just left. They were very smart.
They do the things that an actual human would do. So
yeah.
I'm on these guys' side. I don't think they appear in the rest of the comic, but
good. They don't need to. They did their job.
Anyway, so Gunn is giving orders to Rouge, Topaz, who finally looks correct, and Captain Westwood. This guy is an asshole for one.
It's a little Weskery.
He does kind of have a Wesker look to him, doesn't he?
His name is Westwood, also. So
I don't know if that's a reference. The thing is,
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
There's a dude who looks like this in the show, but he never does anything or gets any name.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's interesting.
He's just a background like Gunn NPC, but
that wouldn't surprise me if they did take just some background characters and kind of upgrade them to side characters.
Okay, like I don't really care about this guy, but like that's really cool. I love that.
That is neat. If they did that on purpose, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, they unfortunately miscolored what's her face as white skinned and blonde haired though, and she has dark skin and brown hair in the show.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they probably just didn't know, but
yeah, probably.
I mean, I think even Westwood, his version in the show has brown hair anyways, but he's really butthurt that Rouge and Topaz like do everything on their own and they don't get help from him even though he outranks them.
Mm-hmm.
I think these kind of petty grudges probably do exist in the military.
They do. From what I understand, they very much do.
And they don't say it, but I bet the fact that they're both women have something to do with that.
I figured women, and also he's racist against Rouge.
Well, he's definitely racist against Rouge. We'll see more of that.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect this turn of events, but yeah, sure, makes sense.
It's Archie. We established human on furry racism.
True.
He's not even assigned to the sewer robot thing though. He gets a different anomaly that he's supposed to investigate, and he's like, "Oh, well, I can get back at Rouge and Topaz if I recruit Sonic to make them jealous, I guess."
Well, no, he's thinking that he'll get the cool assignments if he has the alien helper, just like Topaz does.
Right.
Because he's like, that's the only reason that she's doing so well.
He's gonna get the cooler alien helper, Sonic.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. So he takes this assignment and is immediately going off protocol by being like, "Don't tell anybody about this. I'm gonna do it all on myself." So he goes to Chris's house where they're planning Chris's birthday party. But he interrupts and is like, "Hey, Sonic, I'm here and I want you to help me. It's on the president's orders." And
Sonic still basically tells him to go to hell.
He also says it's an Eggman Doomsday device, which is not.
Right.
But yeah, Sonic tries to blow it off like in the Helen episode, but Chris has to open his big fucking mouth and be like, "No, if the president wants it, you have to do what he says." That's not true.
That is definitely not true.
And
Sonic shouldn't give a crap.
Sonic is stubborn. He should want to do it even less now.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Yeah, screw you. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm not even gonna go to your birthday party now."
Well, that's like my best rationalization is that he did it in the Helen episode because he saw that she was someone who need a little excitement in life. Maybe he'd be more okay with missing Chris's birthday party because it's fucking Chris. Who cares?
Yeah,
Well,
honestly,
okay, but that's the
when
thing. Sonic is supposed to care about Chris.
Conditionally, though.
Though, yeah, that's the thing. It's conditionally, and most of the time, it seems like he kind of doesn't.
It's up and
my
down.
my theory is that Sonic senses Westwood's uncoolness,
I
and he's like, "Oh, I just don't want to go with this guy."
just don't want to hang out with this motherfucker. That's
Yeah.
fair, honestly.
But he will be doing it. But then we cut back to Rouge and Topaz investigating the sewer. And hey, the sewer guys did show up again. I was wrong.
I
Well,
forgot
yeah,
that.
for just this, but
They
yeah,
had to
that's true.
show up so that Rouge could insult one of the guys about their weight, which, oof.
Damn.
It's not that I don't believe Rouge would do that. It's just
Oh, she
that's not a
would.
nice thing to write.
You just don't need to write it. Rouge would totally do it. We just don't need to write
Maybe she's just annoyed because she has to walk in a sewer.
it. You know what? That's
Okay.
fair.
I mean, cleanest fucking sewers in the world, if I'm honest. But
Yeah, these sewers look fine, but they're
Um,
still sewers.
we already had this conversation in the X episode that was in the sewers. But so Emerl is intentionally avoiding their sight and also
Yeah.
thinks to himself in first person.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
are they supposed to? Are they supposed to be like this cognizant at this time?
It's
I don't-
it's weird
it's
because
odd.
like in Sonic Battle he has a personality that develops because he gets more and more Chaos Emerald shards. And I guess full emeralds as well. But in Sonic X, not only does he not speak, he really only reacts to certain stimuli. It's usually either danger or like cream.
Mm-hmm.
So this is closer to that. But he keeps himself hidden the entire issue. He and beyond even.
Yeah, so this is actually a thing that strengthens the idea that these comics do take the show as canon, because they actually bend over backwards here. Because like, oh well, you can't. The Emerald plotline was shown up, so if we want to bring Emerald in, then he has to stay hidden, I guess.
Well, I mean, maybe we'll have to see where it goes, but it's possible that that's why. Yeah. Also, they try to use this old ass computer. This was the thing I was talking about before. They try to use this old ass computer, and Emerald's like they kind of want them to like reactivate something. I don't maybe. But then they get called back early by the president, so they're sealing off the sewer.
It's because there's like data in there, I think, about what Emerald is, and Emerald doesn't remember who they are because they're like the memory in their head is broken. They said something about that, so they're hoping that the computer could tell them.
Anyway, so then we see Sonic and Westwood in the desert, where he gives Sonic a shovel and is like, "Start digging, motherfucker."
This is when Sonic should have immediately just left.
Yeah, the fact that he tells all the other guys to also leave, and Sonic's like, "They could have helped," is like, "Eesh."
Yeah, but then Westwood is like, "With your speed, though, this will be no problem at all." And so Sonic's like, "Well, yeah, that's true."
Yeah. Well, and we get this 6-panel. It's not a montage exactly, but I like the feel of Sonic digging super fast while having a casual conversation with this guy.
Yeah, I kind of like this moment actually, because this, like, a lot of times, like, why does Sonic hang out with Chris? But here they try to justify it a little bit, because Westwood says what everyone thinks is like, why do you hang out with Chris, that whiny kid? And Sonic's like, oh, his heart's in the right place.
He's a good
I
kid.
appreciate him.
Yeah.
Like I think that Sonic really does value like the kindness that Chris showed to him initially, and like if he's gonna have a place to stay, might as well hang out with Chris. And I also like the bit where Westwood is like, I mean, he gets you in a lot of trouble. And Sonic's like, yeah, but I like getting in trouble.
Yeah. And it shows that Sonic is discerning. He's like, well, you could come work for the United States government, and Sonic's like, fuck that.
No.
So, he dug it up, and yes, it's a friggin' War of the Worlds tripod.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know where this came from, because
Yeah.
he asks, did Eggman build it, and Sonic thinks he didn't.
Yeah, this is just here.
I have no
With no
idea if this is a
context?
future plotline that will come up or what.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was something bigger because of that lion cover,
would
but I
assume
mean,
so,
maybe
yeah.
it is, but not this issue.
Not yet.
Yeah. Rouge and Topaz are heading back, and they get in their armored car, and Emerald sneaks in with them. Also, the cop is doing a French accent now
Ah, yeah.
for guys
But
and dolls, which is still not something about a Frenchman.
Oh, I forgot to mention it earlier, but Emerald can apparently move faster than they can see, which no.
no,
Like
no.
Emerald is supposed to start out really weak and then copy people's powers to become, unstoppable. Like they haven't copied Sonic yet. That you can't do that yet. You're jumping ahead.
Well, if this is being in canon with the show, then if the Emerald stuff already happened, maybe he still has some of those skills.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Has the Emerald stuff already happened?
I
Because
guess you're right.
he says can't let them out of sight until my memory modules are completely restored. So his memory is restoring? Question mark. Also, Rouge is right there. Maybe he copied her stealth.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay.
I guess, yeah.
That's that's cope, but
It is cope, but
Anyway, so Sonic fights the tripod thing with Westwood. He his gun can't damage it, and he almost shoots Sonic.
Oh yeah.
But he's like, we need to take this back to guns so we can use it. And Sonic's like, is that a good idea? I don't know if I want you guys having something that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought when Sonic tears off this panel and hits it with the shovel to break it, I thought that was him damaging it beyond repair, but then Westwood thanks him. He's like, that's perfect. You disable it with a minimum amount of damage.
Well, I mean, he didn't make it explode like most Eggman robots.
It's true, so
I guess. But then he's like, you should work for a gun, but at the same time accidentally reveals that he's a liar.
Fumble that ploy real bad.
oof.
Fumbled so bad that yes, we did get a coloring error. Sonic's arm is blue in this panel. And he buries the car in revenge. I don't know if he buries the robot too.
No, he just buries the robot. What did you say
What?
he buried?
Well, because he buries something and then he says, "How am I going to get back to Washington?" So
I think the car
Oh.
destroyed.
No. So, well, actually, maybe.
There's a flaming rubble in front of
okay, the
Westwood.
tripod steps on something, so I guess that was his chopper or car or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so what is it? Why does he say that? It's not like Sonic's on a car.
Maybe it's hoping Sonic
Okay.
would carry him back.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay, you're right. His transport got destroyed. I thought this guy was a double idiot and expected Sonic would just bring him back or something.
To be fair, that could still be the case.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, Rupaz was called back because they have to chase Eggman, who is in Paris right now, which is the same place where Chris's parents are and why they didn't come to his birthday party. Emerald's going to keep stalking them, but we reveal at Chris's birthday party that everyone is going to another second birthday party in, you guessed it, Paris.
It does seem like in some ways Chris's parents are trying harder in these comics than they ever did in the show.
Chris's parents are a freaking
Inconsistent.
enigma. I'm not gonna even try to judge them.
Yeah, no, they're an enigma.
Yeah, but that's the cliffhanger for issue 8. I feel like this issue was like kind of half baked because we planted seeds for an Emerald plot, and we might have planted seeds for this whatever this other race that made ancient robots is. Are they the same one that made Emerald? I don't know.
I don't know, but that was issue 7.
Well, yeah,
I meant
but cliffhanger
leading
4,
into
right?
I guess leading into 8, fair.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's like half of 2 different ideas instead of the whole of one.
They've got 2 ideas,
Yeah.
but we'll see quickly which one they'd rather expand on.
Yeah, and the answer is Westwood.
True, yeah.
True.
So, Sonic X issue 8. Eggman is so evil on this cover. He's so
This is
scary.
a great cover.
No, it's a great cover. I love it.
I love it, yeah.
He's
But
also
God,
a
why do we have to
ridiculously
be in
good painter.
France? That's photorealistic as far as he's concerned.
Yeah. So, Wicked Sweet Shuttle Shenanigans, Part 1. Edkin and Tim III. At the World's Fair in Paris. Do they even have World's Fairs anymore? I feel like they haven't had those in decades.
Yes,
really?
Osaka had one this year.
Okay, then I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about.
They're like every, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, I think.
Okay. Well, at the World's Fair in Paris, Chris is having another birthday party where his father plans to unveil his corporate space program. Eggman is looking to steal his work, and Emerl and Big are also here.
I wasn't expecting Big, at least right now.
Yeah, it's funny that Big is just kind of around. He
He's just, I
ended up in
don't get why
Paris.
he's in France. How the hell did he get here?
Okay, wait a minute, but that's Big's thing, just being around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
he randomly ends up in cyberspace in Frontiers. There's no explanation for that.
It's true.
No, this is fitting, honestly.
Hell, he's in fucking Secret Rings, which doesn't make any sense.
Got
It's also
sucked in the book
true.
along with Sonic.
You know what? Yeah, he was gonna go say hi to Sonic and got sucked in when he opened the book.
So, yes, everybody is having fun here at the fair in Paris, and Eggman is lightly in disguise as a caricature artist. I think that this is like Rouge and Topaz at their least competent, because they're here to find Eggman. He is standing on the other side of a food truck from them. Bokun is flying up above over them, and nobody sees either of them.
Yep.
Well, okay. Bokun's on a sugar rush, so maybe he's flying too fast to be seen.
Sure.
The other ones are not, and Eggman and Deco and Boko aren't in their direct line of sight, so therefore they don't exist.
Oh, of course.
True. If you don't see something, it doesn't exist.
Exactly. The ostrich method. Ostrich or emu? I don't remember.
There's this weird line when like everyone's admiring the fireworks and stuff, where Amy is like, "Have you ever been to such an incredible party, Cream?" When Cream is like, "My mother used to have tea parties for my birthday, Amy," which the way she says that, it's like those are wild tea parties, I guess.
I mean,
I got the
vanilla.
impression. Cream was being like, "My mom used to have tea parties for me, Amy. What do you think?"
I don't know,
Oh,
because
I like my interpretation better.
I like your interpretation though. It's funnier.
I can't imagine Cream being that sarcastic, but
No, I can't either.
I I think honestly that just she wasn't thinking that hard when she responded. I think it's literally just Amy said the word party and it asked if I've seen them.
She just absent-mindedly said, "My mom used to do tea parties for me."
She's a 6-year-old. I can
Yeah.
believe that.
No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I guess.
Yeah. So oh hey, Westwood got what he deserved. It's really funny actually. Apparently President Mike was gonna send him on this assignment and leave Rouge and Topaz to the sewer thing, but he called them back because they couldn't reach Westwood because his stupid shit with Sonic. He didn't tell anybody about it and ordered them to not know. So he ended up
That's karma.
he created the exact scenario he didn't want. It's pretty good. And yes, I mentioned it in the summary. Nelson's thing that he's unveiling with Lindsay here is consumer grade space shuttles, and he wants his son and his friends on it.
Now that seems like a great idea.
That's your birthday gift, a trip to space. You're gonna die. If a rich person asks you to be the first to fly their private space program, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
If they thought it was safe, they'd do it themselves.
that's why you use your child.
And it's so weird. I don't know. It's like they say that, and I don't know. Even if I thought that space was awesome and cool as a kid, if somebody told me that their birthday gift was that they would send me to space, I'd be scared shitless.
I would, if a rich person told me, "Yeah, I'm gonna send you up to space for your birthday," I'd say, "I'll take a rain check. Give me something else for my birthday."
And everybody just reacts like it's a normal thing. Like, haha, let's eat cake.
You know, the life of the ultra wealthy.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. This is also why Eggman's here. He wants to take that for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, like, this could make sense, but the plot fumbles a little bit here by trying to explain what didn't need to be explained, because they say this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, Eggman is short on supplies, so he needs to steal a space shuttle. Okay, fine. But actually, no, apparently it's just because the egg carrier can't go into space, which, true, but, like, you can't convince me that Eggman couldn't just modify it to go into space.
Or find some other way of this is a continuity where the Sonic Adventure 2 arc has already happened.
Yeah.
Now,
To be fair, well, okay, I guess in the games, Eggman had a space shuttle, but also never used it, used a teleporter instead.
so I guess the question is that teleporter arc technology? Because the space shuttle is stolen, I suppose, in that game.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we talked about it, but the whole reason that it's a regular ass space shuttle, which doesn't match up with the technology of the series, or even the series 50 years ago, is because it's apparently a reference to the Cowboy Bebop episode where they get stranded in an Earth desert and have to rig up an old-timey space shuttle.
Huh.
But either way, the idea that Eggman just doesn't have the tech to get to space is kind of baffling, But that being
Yeah.
said, it's not like we ever saw the Death Egg in this continuity, so maybe it's possible.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, I guess in this continuity, it's Eggman just never went to space.
Damn.
But this guy
At least
builds all
not on
sorts of
his own.
crazy stuff. It's hard to believe, but I guess that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Anyway, Rouge and Topaz continue being awful at their jobs. And Westwood tries to sabotage them even further by saying, the president wants you to come back. But they don't. So they're not quite that bad at their jobs.
No, but Big notices that Eggman is here before them.
Yeah. How do you have to lose that to Big? Jason figured it out? Oh, this is a real low moment. Yeah, I don't know. It's really funny, because everything's coming to a head the next morning at the shuttle reveal, and we have this suspense panel split between Big, Eggman, Topaz, and Emerl. And I posted this panel and I called it Weird Ass Blunt Rotation.
Yeah.
And I should note that the whole reason Big is even attending this is because he likes fireworks.
Fair enough.
That's honestly fair.
So, yes, the shuttle reveal is happening. Apparently the Thorndikes are late because this guy, Charlie, I guess his name, is like, oh, you guys need to get on the fucking stage immediately. That's his voice, I've decided.
This is their reveal. They can get on the stage whenever the fuck they want.
Anyway, they reveal the shuttle, and it's so shiny, I guess. I don't know.
It looks neat.
Yeah. Emerl slowly creeps up on the lesbians. He's about to reveal himself to them because he's like, I'm done hiding. I'm going to engage with the humans now for some reason. But Eggman presses a button, and all of the World's Fair rides come to life and start attacking.
I do want to point out, I think someone might have gotten their lines crossed when they heard World's Fair and thought it was like an actual like county fair.
Well, so
It's not.
I mean, old World's Fairs were where they revealed certain things that became amusement park staples, because that's like where the first Ferris wheel came from, I think.
Also, just big important technologies, stuff like that. They're not.
I mean,
they're
one
not
of these
really
is based off the Eiffel Tower, and that was built for a World's Fair, right?
It was built for the 1889 World's Fair.
Yeah, so I think they have some understanding, but no, it's not like
like a
just
county fair.
It's not like
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. They got their lines crossed.
I don't know. Also, the mime robot has a giant speech bubble with nothing in it, and then a text box clarifying that it's empty because it's a mime.
Yeah.
Do we really need to clarify that? No. Is it funny that they felt the need to clarify it? Yeah.
See, here's the thing, is that if you didn't put it there, I definitely believe that some people, including even us, would, if not believe that it was a mistake, at least speculate as to whether it was a mistake.
I mean, I think we're adults. We could probably figure it out. Children, though.
Yeah, children will probably miss it. But,
Yeah.
I mean, they do say nothing multiple times in this issue.
Yeah.
So when
So
you
at
see
some
that it
point,
was a
you
mime
have
every
to-
time, you could
Yeah,
probably
you
I
figure out
guess,
it was
put
yeah,
two
I
and two
guess if the
together.
fact that it's more than one.
Yeah, you'd be able to put two and two together eventually.
But so Eggman is distracting everybody, Rupaz runs away, and Emerald is too slow to catch them? Huh? What do you mean?
That's not right. We were shown differently.
And we will be shown more differently. Because, Eggman's running towards the stage, Sonic and friends have to fight the robots and save people. And yes, Rouge kicks the giant mime robot who is trying to attack people, and it almost falls on a dude who Topaz pushes it out of the way, but then it almost falls on her, but then Emerald saves her by being fast. So what do you mean?
Yep.
And I think that he puts her like on top of, I don't know if this is part of a Ferris wheel or some other ride. It's really weird because she's floating here. It looks like he's holding the thing that she's on top of, but he's just hiding behind it, I guess. I don't know.
I think so.
The sense of perspective in this panel is weird. But yeah. And also, why are you hiding now? You were going to reveal yourself before. Why can you not do it now?
That's true, actually.
That's a good point,
he says
yeah.
chips overheating must protect self. What do you mean?
As long as you look at Emerald, that their chips heat up more and more.
He's shy. He's nervous to be this close to his favorite romantic pairing. He ships them too. He's a Himadanshi. Chris and Tanaka save a dog. Eggman runs up to steal the shuttle, but Big, the fucking Chad, stops him.
Oh my gosh.
Just
I
because
did
stealing
not
is not nice.
I was really not expecting this.
And it's funny because Eggman runs past at first, but then Big gets him with the fishing line, which is awesome. And and Eggman's like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna stop me? And Big answers by punching him in the nose.
I guess Eggman forgot
my
that
gosh.
Big's name isn't just a name; it's also a description of him.
It's awesome, honestly.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, my only complaint is that from this point onwards, they start screwing up on purpose the way they spell Eggman's words because their nose is injured, which makes me work
Yeah.
harder to try to decipher what they're saying.
Yeah, there's a few bubbles where I'm like, I have no clue what Eggman's trying to say the first time I read it.
Well, and also I'm plugging my nose right now as we're talking. I don't know if you can hear it, but
Oh, I can
if
hear
your
it.
if your nose is plugged up, that you can still pronounce the letter S. Why why does he say node instead of nose?
Yeah.
True, actually.
Like, okay, if you were to write all the M's as B's and all the N's as D's, that's roughly similar, but
Sure.
they write S's as Z's and D's sometimes. They write the as duh. It doesn't make any sense. Those are not words that require your nose to pronounce. Anyway, Eggman runs into the Hall of Mirrors, which, yeah, they do just think that this is some kind of, like, carnival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, Bruce is actually right.
Emerl sees him and is like, Master? Which, but,
Well, that kind of makes sense,
so I
sort
guess
of.
Eggman did have him before, question mark, in X? We'll get to the continuity mistake later, but, everyone gives chase, so we're all going after Eggman in the Hall of Mirrors. Amy starts just breaking the mirrors, which I think is good.
Yeah.
And then Emerald decides to turn his chest into a gun and point it at Sonic because he doesn't want Master to come to harm.
Oh, wow, what a cliffhanger. I wonder if Sonic and Emerald are going to have an amazing fight.
Well, that's the end of that one, so let's move on to Sonic X number 9. And that's not really what this issue is about, so they don't do anything with the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, not really.
I do like Eggman's horrible fucking face on this cover. With the goggles down and all his teeth, he looks freaky. But yes, we're doing Wicked Sweet Shuttle Shenanigans Part 2. Still Edkin and Tim the Third, and well, we still have to stop Eggman from getting the shuttle, and Emerald is both an obstacle and useful, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, basically.
Hmm.
But yeah, so Emerald pointed that gun at Sonic, and then we immediately cut to something else because Eggman has another completely unmentioned up to this point robot here, called the Scrambler, but sometimes they call it the Spider Scrambler. And it
He can just
fucking-
appear though. He can just have robots appear out of nowhere.
fine.
I'll believe that.
It's not a big
Oh,
deal,
yeah.
but it's
I
so
believe
funny
that.
that cliffhanger just didn't matter at all.
Yeah, that cliffhanger does not.
Why would you not just have this thing be the cliffhanger? Just have the ceiling get torn up by the robot. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
They were desperate to get people hooked on the series. Got to have the most dramatic cliffhanger possible.
I guess. So the robot is destroying the funhouse, and it opens up a big hole in the floor, which some people fall into as Eggman runs away to try and get the space shuttle again.
There's this great moment where like Chris has collapsed after the cave in, and Tanaka comes over to them and they're like, Master Chris, please speak to me. They're like panicking. And then the very next page, Chris wakes up. Like they just had to have that page level cliffhanger for a split second. It was really
Of
funny.
course.
Panel level cliffhangers, because these are on the. There's no page turn between those.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a little hard to see how the pages are. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah.
Or maybe there would be. I guess I don't know if these are how this is laid out. I'm pretty sure it is. So they regroup with Big, Rouge, and Topaz, and this is the first time anybody else learns that Big is even here. But meanwhile, Tails gives Sonic a ring. He jumps down there and then is like, "Oh, Amy and Tails will help you," and then he just jumps out to go fight the robot. Emerald also fights it because he figures it's the bigger threat and doesn't know that it belongs to the guy he thinks is Master.
Yeah, Emerald just kind
Yeah.
of does whatever here in these comics.
Mhm.
They just yeah. There's not
He's
much
just kinda
logic to their
fighting, yeah,
action.
he's weird. But hey, we see him copy a Sonic battle move, punch it, a thing Sonic is famous for doing.
Yeah, like I said, would have been more impactful if they didn't have super speed, and then they did here.
Yeah, but honestly, that's not the biggest inconsistency problem with this. You guys want to talk about this next bit?
I mean, it's part of the episode, so yeah.
Are you
No.
talking about a line between let's see, it's Tails
I'm
and
talking
Amy?
about this part where Tails, Amy, and Rouge get everybody out of this hole.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
What's
makes sense
Amy
that
doing?
Tails could lift Chris and Rouge could lift
Yeah.
Topaz. Why is Amy flying?
What the fuck is Amy doing?
She just kind of floats there when lifting Tanaka, and then again when all three of them get big.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Let's go. What?
What the fuck's going on here, bud?
Oh, that's funny. My comment I thought you were about to get to is right above that, the frame right above. I thought you were about to touch on when Tails says, "Wow, it stinks down here," and then Rouge is like, "I blame the humans," and then Amy is like, "They never smelled this bad in our world."
Wait,
Humans
huh?
in Sonic's world?
Wait, that's also a good question.
I mean, they have one as a point of reference, but
they have Eggman, but I don't think they've ever been in his sewers. Maybe they have. I don't know.
well, she says they in reference to the humans, I think. But
Would
Yeah.
you call the sewers they? I guess you could.
Well, I guess you could. Huh, that's also an interesting one.
But
'Cause
yeah,
I don't know
Amy
if-
flying probably tops that. I didn't even notice Amy flying there.
I
But
only like half noticed
it's
it
not
at
mentioned
first,
by the
and had
because
to
I
flip
assume it's a
back.
mistake by the artist.
Yeah, probably.
But she just kind of floats.
They didn't have Knuckles, so they had to panic and choose a different character.
Well, so I mean, I think it's probably that like the script says oh they lift them out of the pit, and they don't. The script doesn't depict how that would happen, and maybe the artist just wasn't thinking about it. I don't know. It also undercuts this
guess?
other very funny cartoon gag here, where they're trying to lift Big, and he's like, "Oh, it's so heavy, we can't lift him," and then Froggy jumps off, and then like, "Whoa, he's suddenly so much lighter."
Froggy ate a whole bunch of uranium, apparently.
I mean, he does eat glowing rocks. We've seen that.
This is true, he does.
So yeah, just completely bizarre sequence there.
There's a
bet.
lot of weird things happening.
Yeah. Sonic and Emerl tear the robot's legs off, and it very slowly starts to fall. It takes like 2 full pages to fall into the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to take a while because Big has to fish out Froggy. The real reason Froggy couldn't pop out of the hole is because Big can't complete the stage until fishing out Froggy.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Eggman is still having trouble talking, but he says the same thing as a text box here, and then Deco and Boko can't read it, so Bokun makes a meta joke by telling them to read the text box.
That's
Yeah.
right. When Bokun gets a sugar rush, they gain the ability to break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Fucking peak.
It's funny because the only people standing in the way are the Thorndikes and Cream, and I honestly truly thought that like maybe they were actually going to save the day here, because Eggman's like, "Oh please, what are you gonna do to me?" And then Lindsay answers by smacking him on the nose again. But instead it's just a case of fucking disappearing people again, because like Lindsay and Nelson are like, "Oh, we'll stop you," but then Chuck and Cream and Cheese just disappear in this part.
It happens, apparently.
Yeah, it's
Well, because
It's a
Eggman launches a net
mm.
on them, but it's clearly Chuck and Cream are not getting caught in the net, so where do they go?
they're suddenly no longer important to the plot, so the writers just forgot about them.
I guess.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Anyway, he gives Deco Boko the keys to I think the egg carrier, and tells him to go hide in Egypt. And yeah, now the machine finally falls as Big gets Froggy, and it actually falls on top of Emerald, and so I thought that Emerald was just gonna not be around again. It was just back out of commission again, but that doesn't happen.
No, that doesn't happen, but somehow no one notices Emerald this entire time. Wow, talk about a forcibly drawn out plot line.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's like, Sonic, you saved the day. Eggman's robots are no match for me. And it's like, yeah, the day is saved. Except Eggman did get exactly what he wanted because he stole the shuttle.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
really
but
know.
at least no one got hurt.
Yeah, no one got hurt. That's
I
all that
know.
really matters.
It's just funny to me. So, and it's funny because, Emerald is so damaged, still manages to rocket boost up and fly and grab onto the shuttle and get inside the damn thing.
Yeah.
And yes, he reveals himself, speaking out loud to Eggman, calling him Dr. Robotnik, which, they're like, why did that thing call you Dr. Robotnik? So is Eggman's name not Robotnik in Sonic X?
Uh-huh.
Like, I
think
know it's
they're
because he
just,
thinks
like,
he's Gerald, but
Yeah, but
I think their name probably is Robotnik, but like no one. Well, wait a minute. Does Eggman? I don't think in these comics that name has been used at the very least. Maybe
No.
we're to believe that Eggman's never gone by the name of Robotnik to anyone here, in this world at least.
in fairness,
So
in X, they've never used the Robotnik name outside of referring to Gerald and Maria.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's like the fucking Sonic Generations line where Tails calls him Dr. Robotnik and he's like, nobody calls me that anymore. Anyway, time to fuck up the continuity because so in the show, Boken finds Emerl in the ruins of the island base.
Right.
But here he doesn't know what it is. Now, I presume that the reason Emerl was in the ruins of the island base was because Eggman had him down there and just hadn't used him or something. But here, neither of them know what Emerl is.
Right.
So, I've actually done my reading ahead a little bit. This
Oh,
does
okay.
not actually contradict the continuity, and you will see in the next batch of issues that it does not.
Okay
Oh.
then.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. All right. Well, then we will continue with our friggin' wishy-washy will they won't they relationship to the canon. So yeah, the robot falls down in the sewers. It's just gonna stay down there, I guess. And everybody leaves, and Westwood says a bunch of shitty things to Rupaz. He's
Of
like,
course.
President will be
Of course,
displeased
yeah.
with your performance. I've secured some interesting blueprints you were supposed to investigate in that lab. And the blueprints are behind him, and they are for the gun beetle robot, which definitely already appeared in the SA2 stuff.
It's true. Yeah.
Whatever. That's a minor continuity flaw. Who cares?
Whatever.
Yeah, that's probably just.
And that's it. Everybody just hangs out and is like, oh, well, maybe you'll get to space one day, Chris. Which, the space arc was already in progress, so I guess they're writing it with that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a weird story.
It's a very odd story.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not bored, though, so...
I guess not.
No, yeah, I mean it's fine enough.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's move things along. Let's close this episode out with Sonic X number 10. Hey, it's the 15th anniversary of Sonic. Wasn't that just so great?
I don't.
It was the
Was
year
it?
of it was the year of Sonic 06 and
Oh,
Sonic
that's
Genesis
That's right.
and
What
Sonic
great
Riders, which
celebration.
people like, I guess. I mean, surely this can only be good, you know?
It'll be better. It should be better than 06 at least.
Yeah. But the story here is No Thanks for the Memories, Part 1. Damn it, it's a Part 1, which means we're not finishing it tonight. Edkin and Yardley. Sonic
good.
finds himself trapped in a surreal world governed by danger and mechanics he's not familiar with. Could Eggman be behind this? Why does it look so familiar? I fucked that up in the summary. It looks familiar, but he's not familiar with... Whatever. And, hi, it's the Chaotix.
Yeah, we're suddenly jumping forward a little bit.
Yep.
It's odd because they have the Chaotix here. They're only in like 2 episodes of the show, and they're only
Yeah.
here for 2 pages.
Yeah.
It's funny because I wrote in my notes, you know, so far only the mainline games have included Chaotix who don't suck. Maybe there's a chance for them to be not embarrassing, and then they're just gone.
I mean, to be fair, they don't really have a chance to be embarrassing.
I guess not. Although they do get a dig in from Amy, who's like, I don't have confidence in them to not fuck up at being detectives.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think anyone does.
No, they're losers in the show, at least.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
Vanilla is
although-
here.
Yeah, Cream's
Yeah.
mom is here. I don't. Did they use the name Vanilla here actually, or did they? Oh, they do. Darn it!
they do,
So
yeah.
it isn't. Okay, it's not the same continuity.
Cream's
That's
mom.
got to be it.
Oh yeah, House
That's
of
the thing,
Cream's
just
mom.
proving it.
Yeah, remember, her name was Cream's mom in the show.
It's Bruce? Do you remember the fucking old Fairly Odd Parents episode where he goes back in time and meets
God.
his dad as a kid?
Barely.
They have that joke in there where he asks his name and he's like, "Oh well, my name is," and then a truck rolls past while he says it.
I
and
do
he's-
remember that.
And then he says, "But everybody just calls me Dad."
Dad. Yeah, I do sort of remember that.
Anyway, yes. So the Chaotix, they go back inside their office and it vanishes.
That's true. I guess that explains why the Chaotix were only in 1 episode before the space arc.
Yeah,
'Cause
they
they
actually
fucking
fixed the plot hole
disappeared.
here.
Yeah,
True.
good for you, writers.
And so, like with Lauren explaining the base being rebuilt, and apparently the Emerald thing too. So these comics
Yeah.
are really riding a fine line.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if they can make it work,
Yeah.
they can make it work.
Yeah. And yeah, they've disappeared back to the home planet, and everybody's annoyed because like we've been trying to fucking go home this entire
Yeah,
time.
we wanted to go home this entire time. What the hell?
And it's funny because before Vector said, "Hey, perhaps you guys could come work for us," and Sonic's like, "No, we're not doing that shit." But if they had done that, everybody would have been able to go home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I suppose that would have been saddling Earth with Eggman. So
I mean, knowing Eggman, well, they might have done some mischief, but they probably wouldn't have gone full bore. They probably would have been focused on finding Sonic, because what's the fun in wrecking a world when Sonic can't stop him?
yeah,
That's fair.
when Sonic's not on screen, all the other characters should be asking, "Where's Sonic?"
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so we get this. There's a lot of fucking long ass text bubbles in this issue for some reason. But,
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
we get Westwood. We get Westwood chewing out Topaz over all the stuff that's been happening, which pot me kettle. But this is where he's like literally just furry racist against Rouge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing actually is pressed on Rouge and Topaz. It doesn't do anything to them, but he's like, I'm gonna be watching you two. Not watching them well enough apparently, because Topaz goes back to talk to Rouge, and Rouge is now missing. Meanwhile, Chris, Sonic's not your fucking dad. You don't have to be disappointed when he doesn't show up to watch you at your friggin'
Well, when his dad doesn't
youth
show up,
soccer
Chris has
game.
got to hope someone shows up.
Fair, I guess.
Well,
Someone who
Tanaka
actually
showed
gives
up
a
to
shit
drive
about
him
him.
home at least. Maybe he was there.
Yeah, I mean,
He's basically
maybe.
Chris's bodyguard, so
Yeah.
yeah. But yes, Chris runs back into his house because we won, you guys. Didn't you see me? But no, nobody's home. Sonic is not here. Tails is not here. Amy's not here. And of course, this is an opportunity for Chris to get bleary-eyed again. It's like, what if they went home without telling me?
Of course.
Yeah.
And you could believe for a second that that did happen, because Sonic is in Green Hill Zone,
Yep.
Yeah.
but not his homeworld where Cream has mentioned Green Hill Zone being. No, he is literally in
Right.
Sonic 1 Green Hill with motobugs and rings that he picks up one by one.
Yeah.
This was definitely just a complete, like, what the hell is going on moment for me.
Same,
Oh yeah, totally. Sonic picks up the rings and is like, "Huh, I kind of feel different here," and I'm like, something weird's going on, but it doesn't get really weird quite yet.
Yep, so motobugs and badniks. Although I will note that Sonic does mention later that like the badniks back home felt different than these ones. These feel old timey. So,
Okay.
and then we get to see Eggman in the Antarctic, who is. So I think Eggman is behind this, but he doesn't mention it throughout most of this conversation.
Yeah, he wants to remain mysterious because they don't want to reveal anything to the readers quite yet. So they're just like, oh yes, I'm just cooking up a brilliant scheme. Those foolish humans will never find me as I'm hiding here plotting in the Arctic. And then Deco and Boko are like, what? Aren't you a human? And then there's an editor's note that says, yeah, that's right. They are human because Eggman learned that during the Shadow Saga and the Sonic X show, further reinforcing, yes, the show is canon to the comic.
Yeah.
Eggman definitely should have figured out he was a human when he saw an entire planet full of people that look like him, but okay.
Well, vaguely look like him.
I guess he is a pretty outlandish looking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You're missing the more fragile part here, which is that Eggman tore Emerald's fucking head off.
Yeah. Why'd he do that?
Well, he's studying the design. He's
I
trying
guess,
to figure out
yeah.
what makes him tick. He also says Gerald built him, which
No.
well,
I
here's
get.
the
Well,
thing.
maybe in Sonic X.
They never say that an ancient civilization built Emerald in the show.
That's true.
That's possible.
Huh.
So I guess, Lauren, what you were getting at is that this is set before Emerald would have made his first appearance in the show.
Yes.
That's what I was.
Yes,
saying.
when I was saying that no one was seeing him, that was because no one's supposed to have met him yet. And so yes,
Right.
we will get absolute confirmation of that later.
Okay. So I guess this does sort of fit. It's a shame though, because it means It means that it's not a follow-up to the stuff from the show. Although I guess that makes sense since they led right into the going home stuff after Emerald was gone.
Yeah.
Not right after,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
pretty
yeah.
close. And yeah, I guess that does give us an idea of where this takes place because Eggman mentions nothing stand in the way of Eggman Corporation and my plans for the moon. So he hasn't rebuilt the moon yet either.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they mentioned that they had plots for the moon, a plot for the moon when they were stealing the shuttle as well.
Right.
Last
So it's like,
issue, or whatever.
yeah, so we can kind of get an idea of about when this is.
It just is dependent on us remembering Sonic X the show.
True, which I'm surprised by how much of it I do remember.
Well, I just mean remembering the order of stuff, which that thing is a
Yeah.
big jumble of stuff in my brain.
Fair.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah. So yeah, Eggman doesn't say anything definitive, but you can see Sonic in Green Hill Zone on one of their screens. So yeah,
Right.
they're up to something.
and the narration calls it his plan playing out as Sonic's going through here.
Mhm.
They even have Sonic reckon with a shield and eventually with the Wrecking Ball boss.
Yeah. Okay. So this is when my head starts to get screwed with a little bit, because like Sonic is like, what's this little box thing? And then they get a shield and they're like, what the heck? I don't know what this is. And I'm just thinking, hang on a second. Wait, how do you not know what an item monitor is? I mean, I guess the games didn't play out quite the same way in this continuity, but that's pretty weird. I mean, I guess they don't acknowledge that usually. That was kind of a weird, funny thing that Sonic the comic did have that.
So
Yeah.
most Sonic game mechanics are never diegetic to any non-game material. You know, it's like in the IDW comics, item capsules, maybe an item capsule would appear, but not like a shield, you know, they would use that to
Right.
store something. And they don't have rings typically in the comics. And when they do, they're usually not like these. You know, it's usually this feels like, well, I mean, it feels very early Archie Sonic, how they just completely literalize all the game mechanics.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess so.
It's very odd, complete with classic Eggman attacking him with the Wrecking Ball. I mean, this is all just because it's anniversary stuff, but
Okay, but when I start to freak out truly is when the boss shows up, then Sonic is like, "What? A force field? I'm trapped." As they're pushing against the edge of the panel, like you're trapped during a boss battle. You can't walk off the edge of the screen. I'm like, okay, what are they doing here?
Wall.
are we gonna hear Sonic ask, "What's that music I hear?"
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, very odd. They even have him jump off the floating platforms like you do in the game. And yeah, he gets knocked around. He loses his rings. He I guess he bounces on Eggman 7 times in a row.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
7 pows. That's great. I didn't even notice that.
That's how you can tell that like Yardley is an actual Sonic fan, that he would do that exact amount.
Right.
So Eggman flies off. Sonic gets a capsule, and it just kind of fades into Marble Zone, and then we do
Yeah.
all the Marble Zone stuff. It's a very easy read because you know exactly what to expect having played the games.
Yeah, we've played Sonic 1 enough times.
We get some neat shots here. I like how the artist is like showing, like they have the 2D shots that look just like the game, but then you have these 3D shots where it's at an angle you'd never see in the game. That's pretty neat. It reminds me of like when you had the 3D interpretation of Green Hill as a bonus and in Sonic Adventure 2. I think that was only in Battle, right?
It might be in the
Or
original.
was that in the original? I can't remember.
I
Either
don't think
way,
they made
it
a
reminds
whole
me
new
of that.
stage just for Battle. I think it's in the.
Okay, well, it's neat to see that.
Sonic also does lament that he missed Chris's soccer game, so apparently he really was planning to go.
That's nice.
Anyway, Amy is tied up here. Come on, you can't do that. She's supposed to be in Stardust Speedway. We have to go through like 9 more levels.
Oh my gosh.
But no. Instead, she helps Sonic out through Marble Zone here. You fucked up, Yardley. Sonic tunnels through the bricks instead of having them all explode around him as he rolls.
Oh, damn.
Oh well. Like they're doing pretty good. They're doing
It's-
pretty good. They
it's
can't
fine.
get everything.
Yeah, we're
perfect.
fine.
They
we're
do
fine.
they do the panel gag again. Except this time you can literally see into the hole they left behind.
Oh yeah, it doesn't quite look as good there. I wish they kept at the edge of the frame.
They should have,
But
yeah.
oh well. Amy also at one point mentions that they can't use their hammers here, which okay, yeah, I mean I guess this is before Sonic Origins, so classic Amy can't
Yeah.
use hammers. No, that's weird though.
No, this
It's
this
odd,
zone
but
takes place before Sonic the Fighters. That was the first game she had a hammer in.
there you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Fair
Now, it
enough.
didn't revert their designs, but maybe it can't do that much to them.
Yeah.
And yes, they fight the Marble Zone boss in exactly the way you expect. Amy beats him and then falls in the lava, but doesn't get burned because rings, and that's how the game mechanic works.
Yep.
Doesn't even do anything to her clothes. And then it fades into Spring Yard Zone. But that is
Yeah.
that's the last zone we'll see for tonight because we're gonna end on a cliffhanger. We do get to see Chris and Chuck being like, "Huh, nobody's around. We gotta fly the X Tornado to Angel Island," but Knuckles also isn't there.
Neither is the Master Emerald, yet it's still floating.
Ah,
Oh,
damn
good
it!
point. I didn't even notice that.
That could be attributed to an art error, though.
Maybe, I don't know, because did they say anything? But because I don't know, because
Well, I don't know. It's
I
very,
don't.
now that I'm thinking about it, like it's probably that it wasn't even in the script. It probably just says they go to Angel Island. But it's funny that I would say, oh, Yardley's a Sonic fan. He would know to draw 7 hits in, but wouldn't know to draw Angel Island having fallen into the ocean.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's just an error, but it's
I'm
an
calling it
interesting
an
error.
oversight.
It's an interesting oversight, but yeah, fair.
Anyway, where's Knuckles? He's in the Spring Yard, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we have Sonic and Amy running through there, and then Amy spin dashing, and
Yeah,
Sure,
it's their advanced 2 power
Oh
set, I
yeah,
guess.
there you
of
go.
course. But they go past the wrecking ball and just don't see that Knuckles is right there, and all 3 of them go over the cliff. You know, I came away with a better impression here than I did when I was taking notes on this. This comic certainly keeps you fucking guessing, doesn't it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's definitely that keeping you thinking.
You know, a lot of Sonic X episode plots could feel very static at times. This feels like they're just reaching into a bag and pulling out whatever.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah, I definitely it could be better, but it could be a lot worse, and
Oh, it could
I'm
definitely be
mostly having
worse.
a good time.
Yeah, no, this hasn't been like egregiously boring or anything.
And we only have 6 episodes left, so it won't stick around that long.
Yeah.
But with all that said, that is our cliffhanger. So, yeah, interesting, certainly, if nothing else. But next time on Deep Dive Zone, we will do more of these. I haven't read them yet, so I can't actually tell you what's going to be in them. But thank you to my co-host for being here. Thank you to our viewers for watching. If you like this episode, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, suggestions, or feedback, you can reach us at any of the links in the link tree in the description. So we are done for tonight. Thank you guys for being here and watching. We will see you next week for another exciting episode. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And take care.